Subhash,
because
if you were involved in the process of building this budget, would you be entering the exercise feeling optimistic? Or because some of the concerns we had when you were with us last year in terms of private investment not kicking off, and Rajiv Kumar was there as well, those concerns still persist. Now this investment cycle that Zafar is speaking about, everyone, including those in government, have been waiting for this cycle. It's almost as if, kab aayenge ye din?
That's true. The government has done very well to keep the investment going by putting the public investment. The private investment has practically collapsed.
Why?
Why? The private investment happens when they see profit at the end of it. No one does investment for the sake of
No, but
therapy.
the point that Zafar
Now-
makes, that capacity utilization is now in its mid-70s, which is when, at least academically and theoretically, an investment cycle for the next 10 years should begin.
See, Rahul, this is basically talking about the manufacturing industrial economy. That is already matured. The new investment is going into the digital economy, the environmental economy, the infrastructure economy. That is where the new investment. And it is the new enterprises, the startups of the world, those kind of things. That is what is sustained by the foreign investment, foreign technology transfer, bank
So
loans.
you think that doesn't require this kind of investment?
No, it's actually in the reverse. Now you see the startup. We were doing very well until 2 years back. The startup story is busting now. There is more
No,
startups.
but that's not the government's fault.
No, you are asking me about the private sector.
Sure.
That is a private sector. That is the private sector. Why would they invest? Because they were looking at the animal spirits that let us raise our volume.
And getting carried away and flying in
And
the air.
they got
No, but
carried
Rajiv
away.
Kumar, what do you make of
Always
this
they
point that
got
Dr.
away.
Garg is making, that private investment is down because private India Inc. is not seeing profits in the future, which is why they're not seeing the need to invest.
Rahul, I'm afraid, with due respect, private investment is not down. It's not increasing as rapidly as it can be.
Sure, that's right.
FY21, the private, this is the review of economy that's just been put out, was 3.7 trillion rupees. And now in FY23, it's a 5.9 trillion rupees. Right? So it's gone up. The bank credit went down to 2%, the increase in bank credit annual. Non-food bank credit. Now it's up to 19%. Yes, it was 25, 26% at a time of the exuberance in the 2008 to 2012 period, which resulted in the balance sheet weakness that you had. But that bank credit is now going up. So therefore, it's beginning to happen. What I have, and I've said this to the highest authorities, as it were, is that the second leg of the K-shape, the small and medium enterprises, they are not doing as well as they should have been doing. And that's something that requires attention.
That is not doomsday the way Supriya has predicted. Yes,
I just want to
it's
make
not
a small point.
The bank credit is going up, which is true, because personal loans and the services are going up. But the industrial credit is very much down. It is
it's
just
not down.
no. From 43% in 2014 of the total credit, the industrial credit is 26% now.
Yeah, but the rest of it is going to housing, which generates a lot of jobs.
I think the small point that is to be made here is, while we talk about investment, who invests? Investment is an act of faith, whether it is your domestic industry or the international operators who come. Your FDI being at a 16-year low, consistently going down for the last 3 years, should raise red flags. Because guess what? People are engaging more with agriculture. Jobs in services are going down. Jobs in manufacturing have gone down. I think these are reasons to be concerned about. Why? Because I do believe, unpredictable policy framework, and I also feel the social
No, but what is
environment.
unpredictable? There's been quite a lot of predictability.
Really?
In which part do you
kinds
see
of- the
unpredictability?
kind of-
I mean, retrospective taxation on your watch by Pranab Mukherjee as
which was
Finance
wrong,
Minister.
absolutely.
That is a case of unpredictable policy
but
making.
GFCF was still much higher for us than it is for Mr. Modi or his government.
No,
In
but
the
where
last
are you
let me
seeing
finish.
unpredictable
I will tell you where I'm
policy
seeing
making, okay?
unpredictable policy. When people want to invest, they want to see law and order. They want to see a safe working environment. They want to see peace. They want to see economy. I think it is all, no, 1 second, you cannot right now, I'm still speaking. I think it is all playing in. Why is Indian industry, which sings peals of Mr. Modi, not putting money
Okay,
where its
let's
mouth
Zafar
is? No,
respond to
1
that.
second. And I just want to say one small thing. Does anybody care about the fact that services The jobs and services are going down and the government wants to lose no sleep over it. And with all due respect to bank credit and with all due respect to everything, the reality is that corporate India was still being given kid glove treatment. You still gave them corporate tax exemption. You still wrote off 14.5 lakh crore rupees. They're still not investing. I think that's a serious cause of concern. They don't believe
Let
you.
Zafar respond to that.
One just one
See,
small point.
I heard her, and she was talking about various FMCG companies. Their top line has come off, profitability has come down because they had monopoly. There is no more monopoly today of Britannia or other companies you have mentioned, because you have likes of Patanjali. See their top line, see their bottom line. They have done
Patanjali
exceedingly.
isn't growing any longer in the way
No,
that
they're still they are eating their market share. HUL is the biggest competition is from Patanjali. See the kind of turnover they are. Secondly, no, let me just listen. Let me just complete. She is talking about the FDI. In last 10 years of UPA, 10 years of UPA and last 10 years of NDA, just see the number of how much FDI we have been able to attract. They could attract. Let me just complete. Why you're interrupting? You have no patience. They could attract only $250 billion. We are almost going towards $1 trillion.
Why is it going down for the last 3 years?
$1 trillion purely because she was talking about predictability, because people are comfortable.
Okay.
Last year of government always
They're so comfortable, they don't want to invest, they don't want to consume.
Last year of
comfort in
election
this
year,
economy.
every investor wait for the election to get over, and then will they
That's
reinvest.
also
Okay,
Right,
Rajiv
so
Kumar.
thousand
Well, once
is
again,
one
no, the
investment.
fact is that there is consumption that's happening. Make no mistake, but it's
One second.
consumption amongst the
consumption
creamy
is
layer.
down.
Consumption
Absolutely.
amongst
Luxury
the
consumption
creamy
is
layer.
happening.
Those who are rich are feeling rich and they're going out and spending. Those who are poor aren't spending quite as much, and that's a very big problem.
I just want to put this FDI question at rest. I said this in the last show as well. The FDI is down because the global uncertainty is huge. The US interest rates had been going up and the money is flowing back there. And the clinching data for that is that the share of India's share in global FDI flows was 2.3% in FY17, and now it's 4.3% in FY23.
That's a good point. And also the fact that
and the share is gone.
And I'll tell you why.
16,
Because the
I want to
share
go
of
across
China has also gone down. That investment should have ideally come to us.